I a Jehovah's Witness came to my door this morning, pretty early in the morning, still in bed, and he had been here before a few months ago, where he said, "Yeah, there's other Bibles that have Jesus as a God. You know, the word was a God." I go, "Really? Could you show them to me?" And he couldn't show them to me. And then my brother came and was reciting Logos. He was doing that that Greek thing, and he was, like, and Logos. Oh, that's. He sounded like desperate, like it was like it was going to be the end of the world if he didn't know it, and it scared the guy off. And I didn't think that guy was going to come back, but he came back this morning. Anyway, he has a new spin on it. He says that when it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God," it's it's uh, it's not quite the God, but it's still a God. So it comes down to it, even though it doesn't say a God. It's like another God. And I said, well, what about the Bible saying that God doesn't know any other gods? Beside Him there aren't any gods, and that seemed to he didn't have an answer for that. You know, he did seem to. Well, I said, how about Jesus saying, "If you've seen me, you've seen the Father." And he said, "Well, that's because, see, God does nothing, but He does it through Jesus and His angels, you see. Jesus said, 'I can do nothing but except through my Father,' you see." And I said, "Well, and I didn't respond back to him yet, but if he's right, that well, it seemed kind of like a contradiction here, because if if God created everything through Jesus, and God treats everything through His angels, and He doesn't do anything, He just has His angels and Jesus doing it. Well, the thing is, we do everything also. I mean, God has us. God does through us. So, in other words, it brings Jesus and the angels down to that of man, or humankind. You know what I mean? And which would seem to support his point of view, but why is it focused on Jesus? If you read John 1, and it goes further, Jesus seems to be more than just a hand of God. You know what I mean? And it seems like he's trying to pull a fast one by saying that Jesus is God. Yeah. So I'm going to, yeah, but it was a God at the same time. It's like lowering him down, but how come no other Bible has it lowered down? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You know. How come Zechariah says, "And they'll look upon me whom they have pierced"? In other words, God's talking, and they'll look upon me. I'm thinking that's the Jews. Look upon God whom they have pierced. When was God pierced? Yeah. Martyrdom as an only son. Yeah. So, also, and he'll be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Yeah. Unto us the child is given. Yeah. Doesn't make sense. The Jews will say, "Oh, that's talking about Israel." No. It's talking about someone being used as a sacrifice for our iniquity and stuff like that. By His stripes are we healed. So he's going to come back, and I will confront him further, and they'll let you know what's going on. Okay, bye.